Hello, welcome to another game of Marvel Crisis Protocol. We haven't streamed one of these for a while, this will be cool. So we've got the thrills and excitement of an Inhumans mirror match. It looks like Liam has won the priority role with 5 versus 4. It's big dice already. And it doesn't really matter who picks what because they've both got exactly the same crises. So, we're in for some senators and some deadlines. So this is going to be a fast one. Oh, interesting. Who's got senators in their list? I didn't expect that. Oh, yeah. So, Liam had senators, so that was the difference in their list, which is interesting that the one difference in the list is the one that's come out. It's going to be really fast and quite scary. Because with the amount of victory points on the board, Torbjorn just decide this game even more than it normally does. So I guess we have to decide whether it's 19 or 16. And so I'm just picking this board edge. 19. Go. Okay, so Liam's confirmed they picked 19. So that is interesting, actually, because I've been chatting with Liam a little bit about this, and I think he has got some nice Black Cat and Lockjaw stuff going on at 19 that Torbjorn does not have access to, so I wonder if he'll play that today. That would be interesting.
Hello.
Hey, Jim, how's it going?
I'm well, thanks, Joe. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. Are you excited about this Inhumans mirror match?
Oh, I'm really excited, mate. Yeah, ready to roll.
It's going to be great.
Is this a deadline to destruction?
It is.
Right. Who pulled this out?
Liam won Prio, and I don't know. I assume he picked his extracts because that was the only difference. He's got senators, and Torbjorn didn't, and then they got senators, so that'd be interesting.
Cool. So they're both playing deadline. Right?
Yeah, they both got Cosmic Rights and Deadline, which is interesting.
Nice.
Because I didn't think it was that much of a slam dunk for Inhumans, but I guess they both like it.
Very cool. So is it 16 threat, it looks like?
No, they picked 19, apparently.
They picked 19.
Yeah. Oh, Torbjorn's doing his classic picking his list in the open thing. Fantastic.
Yeah.
No fear.
Yeah. 19's 16 and 19 are both bad threats to play Voodoo at. Because you at 16 you just can't do it, and at 19 you the pick between playing Voodoo and going 6 wide.
Yeah. So I was just saying, Liam was chatting about his Black Cat Voodoo, Black Cat Lockjaw stuff that he can do on senators. So I wonder if that comes out.
Yeah, definitely. I think Lockjaw's senators is one of his best shapes because he's actually a safe grab. I think he's one of the few characters in the game who can reach a senator in one action and then move again afterwards.
Yeah, he's effectively in this setup. He's effectively 2 safe grabs as well because you can dive someone and then second activation pass him a power and he can go forward and then pull someone else back and then maybe just stay where he is.
Yeah. Very cool. So these identical squads, but with Cat instead of
Beast, I think.
The Beast.
That should be interesting. See if we can get the right
good.
side up.
I think it's nice that we're not seeing Voodoo because that would have been so boring. This is probably the best case scenario for something interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if it was just a Voodoo mirror match with them just passing a million power to each other at turn 1 and then stealing each other's stuff, that would have been dull.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the combination of the 6 extracts plus 6 wide and the janky deadline interaction thing, I think there'll be a lot of interesting decisions to be made.
I wonder if they both like deadline because of the Terrigenesis interaction. I guess they won't be getting it if they've got their secures, but I guess that's another thing that helps.
Yeah. I think you could. Yeah, I think picking extracts all every time with Inhumans is not the right thing to do. I think there's sometimes you might want to pick secures and get and just for the shape if you're playing something that's going to properly outfight you. So I think there are certainly cases where you would want to pick your secures with priority with Inhumans, and there are other squads that play civilians. I mean, Skrulls is very, very popular. I think that is the most popular extract.
Yeah.
For lots of reasons.
And it's not like they're just good on civilians. Like, if your opponent's running cubes and you get prio, you're still really happy because you can 4-1 them. So it's...
Yeah. Quicksilver's great on assets. I don't know if these guys are playing Namor, but when I play Inhumans, I really like Namor for that exact reason, just to shore up the other side of the asset civilian.
Yeah. In my last Wong game, it was on Virus, and Pete was playing Namor, and he safe grabbed 2 viruses with the first activation of the game. And I was just like, oh my god. It was.
You can safe grab 2, or
there just happened to be like a size 4 building like there is here.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
So you could get the middle one and then come over and hide behind the other one.
Terrifying. I guess in a lot of circumstances, it's going to be safe for 1 activation because somebody get 1 chance to lay into Namor before Lockjaw can potentially save him, or Lockjaw can come into your bodyguard.
I guess they were having problems with the mod and they're just resetting.
Great. Well, I'm going to take the opportunity to grab an adult beverage.
Wonderful.
Proper Norbert style.
Thursday night whiskey. Torbjorn's won. He's quicker to reset his whole team, so I think that's 1 victory point bonus for him. Liam lagging far behind with the finger button pushing skills. Fast fingers. A thrilling start to this game. Of the wonders of tabletop simulator. Oh, they found the same map. I have so much trouble trying to find the same maps out of this bundle of stuff. There's so many in there, and I don't know any of their names.
Great, I'm back.
Wonderful. What beverage do you have, Jim?
Oh, I've got a Camden hazy IPA.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. You drinking?
I'm drinking a glass of the water.
The water. H2 Flow.
That's what we call it up here in the north. That's always my favourite part of podcasts, when the hosts spend the first 20 minutes talking about what beer they've got.
Yeah, that's good. Well, instead, let's talk about Deadline to Destruction.
Absolutely.
So, I was spending a long time winding my way to a point, which was that sometimes you'll want to pick secures with Inhumans, and sometimes you'll get a civilian. And in that case, it makes Terrigenesis terrifying, because even if you're at 3 health and somebody pings you on the deadline, what are you going to do? Like, just somebody's, you you got to drop it, otherwise you're getting Terrigenesis like immediately.
Yeah. So there's
I also find it weird that they're both playing it, but not playing any of the models that are very that synergize really well with the Secures effect, like Bill. I mean, Bill's a great model that you could probably play in Inhumans quite comfortably.
Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, he is fantastic in Inhumans, isn't he? Because of he likes power.
Yeah.
Not complicated.
Yeah, well, especially now that, particularly in Inhumans, in the post-Toad errata world, where he's so likely to just daze Toad immediately.
Oh yeah, with the building. Yeah. Oh no, we've revealed the Inhumans mirror match tech to all of the people that hadn't quite figured it out yet. That's annoying. I don't want to help them.
Yeah.
They both these guys are using old Toad, so he will have 5 health on the front and 3 on the back. Because the Eurovision 1 contest is list locked, so we didn't think it was fair to force people to play their games with models they hadn't picked.
I don't like that. Okay. Cool, so these are identical squads, but Beast over Cat.
Yeah.
Are they identical Crisis cards as well?
Liam has Senators, and Torbjorn has...
No, sorry, identical...
Tactics cards.
Tactics cards, sorry.
Yeah,
it's... No, one's...
Patch up, sacrifice on children's side.
Cool. I think that's probably a toss-up, isn't it?
Yeah. You use lots of... You were playing Humans for a bit. How did you find patch up? What were the best uses for it?
Yeah, I thought it was great for... there'd be a lot of instances where, just because of Black Bolt's adding dice to his defense rolls and his reroll, where he's going to end up on one health, and then someone else, because I think Inhumans leadership has normally got the ability to do a big patch up, and then some characters like Toad, who can early game get an extract and then suddenly end up with 5 power after they've been dazed. He's having a good outlet for that power, as well as funneling it around to all the other characters. So I like for that specifically with a plan to use it on Black Bolt, but then also the ability to use it opportunistically if something like just patch up someone else. And I was also playing a lot of higher health characters, so it's not brilliant here on sort of the 5 stamina, 3 threats, but I was playing characters like Drax and Kingpin and Namor, who are bigger starpoint characters who get big bump out of that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, Sacrifice is an incredible card, and I don't think it's much different really.
Patch up is, I think Sacrifice is more easier to use more often, but patch up is like absolutely backbreaking when you get the perfect one off. So it's a kind of a toss up that way, isn't it? A little bit. Okay, that is interesting. So we've had a non-Senator grab from Liam. That size 3 truck's right there. So he could have just walked someone up there and then maybe tried to get them back with Lockjaw in the next turn.
Yeah, that's interesting. I used to meditate with he didn't meditate with Tarmac either, just moved him.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Surely he's just forgot to stick it on.
He's passed a power to Gorgon, so maybe he I'm not sure. He should have 2 power, I guess.
Oh, sure. Maybe he did a pass to power to back out with the first activation.
Oh, that'd be it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. So the difference with these squads is Black Cat over Beast. So obviously, well, not obviously, but for those who aren't familiar with this style of Inhumans play, Black Cat is probably going to steal something on turn 1. So that's something Liam has that Torbjorn doesn't. But Beast, especially on this fast, secure, and with having last activation and the Inhumans leadership, he's probably going to get to swing a secure at some point with the Beast's size 2 throw, which I think is everybody except Lockjaw.
Yeah.
So I think Beast is pretty relevant in this game.
Okay, so I think this is a Lockjaw activation, and he's teleporting both these guys forward. Or is he using refuge? Yeah, that's Lockjaw. Yeah, makes sense. So Torbjorn's just looking to go squish Toad, it looks like. Yeah, I think this is why Senators is so good for Inhumans. It's just because so easy to pressure the other guy with like Black Bolt nonsense. So it's like it's not just that you're getting a civilian; it's just that the big man is so threatening.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't love it because I think the threat of the steals is one of the best things about this style of Inhumans, and
yeah,
I think Senators is so fast that sometimes there's just too many. There's always a Senator kicking around on the floor.
Yeah,
because of all the, and I think we might see that here because of how slightly compacted this D-shaped map is, and obviously the presence of Black Bolt and Gorgon. And
yeah, it's so much more devastating to be 3-1 up than 4-2 up. Like even though it's technically the same difference, like there's just so many points around in the game that you can swing it back a lot easier. Okay, so Lockjaw is doing a Lockjaw-y thing. It's picking up that boy, and I want he's teleported himself and Black Bolt.
Yeah, I like this Lockjaw activation a lot more than the last one because he's made himself relevant now. I think everybody knows Lockjaw's got weaknesses as a character. Not having a spender, can after his nonsense turn 1 can make him a non-factor in the game. But one of the great things about him is that he does actually have 6 stamina which is a lot for a 3 threat.
Yeah,
as well as the defensive reroll. So he is a reasonable and actually above average extract holder. So I like this from. Is it Liam who's red? Yeah. I like this from Liam picking up the extract with Lockjaw early.
Yeah, you got. It's good to make him not ignorable. Otherwise, he's just like a big waste of space, isn't he? But like if he's actually scoring points in part of the game, that means you have other people. Like if you can ignore him and try and get rid of Gorgon, who's a big problem, then it's a lot easier than that. So that's interesting. The cat's gone and just picked up a doodah. She's gonna get smashed up by Gorgon. I thought maybe he might have fancied giving her an extra power and then grappling hook back. But so this wasn't. But I guess you're getting got anyway. So
yeah, and this way she's under secure, which I think is important. It's just Gorgon, and she is quite good against all the other Inhumans because she turns off their innate reroll and Royal Family later. But yeah, it's not really fair because she's finding a 4th threat over
Yeah.
here.
Okay, so 3 coming in, blocking 1, taking 2. So she's not dying this round, even with the secure ping. But there's some damage on her for next time. Does that make sense? So Torbjorn's prioritizing violence and tempo over picking up these boys on the floor more than Liam, so that's interesting. But, like, yeah, Torbjorn's Black Bolt's a huge threat there, and he's been building up power as well. So he's got 4 power now. So it looks like he might be looking for a big refuge turn immediately. So that's problematic.
That is cool. I wonder if there's. No, Beast has no power. Yeah, Black Bolt can't see Toad now. I was wondering if there's a cool master punch play you can do with Toad to get 2 attacks into him, even through Slippery. I would have thought there would be if.
That's interesting.
I think if he'd moved him a bit up from where the stream view is, so just a bit further towards the attacker truck van, to get line of sight to Toad, he could have, I think, master punched him, and then if he placed right on top of the corrugated iron thing, would have had range 4 to anywhere Toad went with Slippery.
Yeah.
And then you can play opportunistically from that. Maybe you'd have dazed him in 1 and you get the extra activation.
So what happened here? How is Black Bolt getting smashed up? Oh, is that Gorgon charging? Okay, it's because it's the silly cardboard models. I guess that was Gorgon. He charged in and he punched old Black Bolt. I thought it was Karnak for some reason. That is interesting.
That is a lot. That's a lot of damage early.
It is, but it's also a lot of power on Black Bolt. But yeah, I think that's a nice little play there, because that means Torbjorn has to be much more cagey with his Black Bolt.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's just every little pop into the Gorgon, double crit, and a pierce. This could be nasty. So if he converts it to reroll, then that's a 1-shot on the Gorgon. Two very sensible models fighting it out. Oh, that was a master punch. So yeah, he's just 1-shot. Him, unless he braces this. Oh my god, this list is disgusting. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, that is pretty silly. I guess Black Bolt's in a. We can't just call him Black Bolt, can we? I guess the blue Black Bolt is going to be in a position to probably get his activation denied next turn.
Yeah, that is interesting. Whether Liam tries to finish him off now, or whether he waits to just take the activation away next turn. Because this might well be a 3-round game with Stannis, so if you can take one whole turn away. But then the problem is then he gets to whisper round 3 and maybe just end the game. So it's difficult.
Yeah, if he's hold on to refuge for longer.
So the bolt's coming up here. This is doing a thing in me. Probably shooting Toad. That is the end of old Toad. My god, this model is so stupid. What were they thinking?
Well, Black Bolt's been like this for a long time, for nearly 2 years now, since he got the buffs to make him like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for a long time people were just playing Inhumans as the kaiju of whatever the latest unbalanced 6-threat, 7-threat model, just slamming them in there. But
yeah. I think
this has been possible all along.
It hasn't, but it has. But Refuge has made it so you can't actually deny it. Because so previously you could just not let this happen turn 1 and then just try and displace him, and then that was actually a meaningful strategy. Whereas now there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to let him kill all your boys.
Yeah.
Because if you invest a huge amount of resources trying to displace him, he'll just lock your refuge back. I think the addition of these good 3s in Gorgon and Karnak have allowed them to play more Lockjaw as well and play more wider squads, which means that suddenly he's more relevant for Black Bolt. So this is an angle actually. Torbjorn has sacrifice, so that's going to be hard to do, but like he may be trying to set up a priority KO of Torbjorn's Black Bolt, which seems unlikely with sacrifice available. But
yeah. It does seem unlikely, but even a turn 2 KO, even if you force sacrifice, get one attack into him, get whispered.
Yeah.
You've probably got the damage somewhere else with Karnak and Gorgon, maybe.
Yeah, they were playing with old 5 health Toad. That's why he's like this. So this is quite a lot of violence, round 1. It's not a lot of games you see 3 models dazed on round 1.
Oh, is Toad alive on 1? Or
no, I think what happened was Black Bolt pinged him for 1 from the console first, and then they didn't put that damage on because he should have 1 more.
Yeah.
And then he did 4.
Super. Great. Yeah. Very cool. Well, I mean, Liam's scored.
So I think Torbjorn might have forgotten the stun on Black Bolt. I'm not sure how he's got 8 power. Because you should.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, hopefully they catch that. Because that's obviously going to be super relevant for things like whispers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't think it'll be that relevant. I think if he gets tapped into here by somebody, he'll be on 10 power anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so 3-4 was not the scoreline I was expecting to see with 10 victory points on the table, but they've both decided to try and win the game early, which makes sense when there's so many points on the board. You can't be cagey. So I guess we need to see what Liam does with priority. It could be pretty relevant. Because if not, you would imagine that this Whisper is just going to KO Gorgon and Toad, and then it's probably going to be hard to come back from at that point.
Yeah.
So we're going straight in with Royal Family.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do here. So Gorgon's double spender might even be the better option.
Yep, looks like he's doing that. Makes sense. And then no matter who, if he sacrifices this one, which he looks like he is, then Beast gets thrown away. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And this is a stagger as well, which is going to be obviously really good on all.
Is it Wild Stagger?
Yeah. So automatic throw, Wild Stagger. Because why wouldn't a 3-threat have a better spender than Hulk? That makes sense.
That's right. Yeah. Well, when my model arrives, I'll read the card.
Yeah. So he's missed the stagger on Beast, but if he gets it on Bolt, I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Beast blocks all of it, so 0 on 8. It's funny. I always find it funny when this list is ridiculously OP, but when they're playing each other, it suddenly goes back to being normal Marvel and being about dice again. So it's
yeah.
So yeah, here it is. Putting the 8 dice into all Black Bolt. He's boosting some damage and a wild. I think would be what Liam's looking for here. Ooh. Not a great one, and then some skull locks as well, so the Royal Family token It's also an issue, but he's putting them in.
Yeah, that's interesting. I might have held on to that for the defense roll.
Yeah.
But it's hard, isn't it?
So he's converted a few of those. He's got 6 into 1. So he's going to get 5 and a stagger and a throw. But yeah, so this will be interesting. So you imagine that this Whisper's just going to annihilate this side of the board. But then if he doesn't one-shot the opposing Black Bolt, he'll probably die in return. Which is an interesting trade. Like, would you trade a KO on Gorgon and Toad for a KO on Black Bolt?
Yeah, mate, it's close. I think maybe because Liam's got the points lead and it would take away the leadership, so it's sort of... I mean, Toad's useless after now, so...
Yeah, it's an interesting call because, like, obviously then Chopin will be one model wider at that point. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess at that point then Liam hopes that his Black Bolt can start cleaning up dudes in future turns.
Yeah, especially because he's not used Refuge yet. I mean, either of them have.
So he looks like he might be using it now. Torbjorn still has Terragenesis at hand, so he can clean up somebody if they don't die from this. Whisper. Okay, so Black Bolt's being 2 Great Refugees coming out. He's just lining up a perfect Whisper, I guess, which is interesting because I think he's already got it. He already got all those 3 guys. So okay. Oh, Whisper, what a balance spender.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder why he didn't just rip the Whisper out and see what happened.
Yeah, because he could potentially have like refuged to the corner and then just hid and kept his leadership alive. Yeah. If he got what he wanted. So that all 6 is coming out doing the big boy. Man, can you imagine why didn't they give Phoenix a better spender than Whisper? Like, it's just so annoying.
Can't.
What do this is going into first? I guess we'll see when they just get removed from the table.
I think he has to do... Oh, he's got the bodyguard and the taunt as well. So
yeah, so maybe...
That is an important... He probably has to do Toad first. Because he's not getting bodyguarded by Bolt.
Yeah.
And then... So it matters if you do Bolt or the Order of Bolt and Gorgon.
He must have done Black Bolt first, because there's a lot of dice been rolled here. Or maybe Black Bolt bodyguarded it. So there's no wild coming out here. So there's no stagger yet. So yeah. Black Bolt took that, he's got stunned.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually, from the chat. Torbjorn has Great Rush himself into taunt range of Gorgon. He previously wasn't in taunt range, and now he's gone into it.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to matter, because if he does, I think that was just the first attack into Black Bolt.
Right.
Which was the right thing to do. And then I think now he's going into Toad, and then he'll do Gorgon. So I don't think it'll matter.
Right.
But it looks like enough are going to live.
Oh, this is another whiff from the Whisper. Maybe it is balanced.
Yeah.
Still kills Toad. Okay, a really bad Whisper still kills Toad. But that's fair. So who's he going to now? Gorgon's already activated though, so do you actually want to bodyguard it? I think you just let him die here, so you get your activation on Black Bolt.
I think isn't that all done? Gorgon's got 3 damage on him.
Oh yeah, so I must have missed that. Woof. Okay.
So yeah, pretty. I mean, Black Bolt is still to activate here.
And he's not staggered. Didn't get the wild on 11 dice. So
yeah.
That's,
so I think here he can build up enough. He's got the KO option on. Black Bolt, he's got building enough power potentially to up the old Gorgon.
Yeah. It's interesting here because he could potentially patch up his Black Bolt here with Gorgon and then delay that activation because he's not really being threatened otherwise, is he? Beast isn't in range, so he's only taking 1 builder from Beast.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Because
did Black Bolt use his Inhuman Royal Family token in that Whisper?
I don't think so. It's still on him, at least. It's still on the card. So I'd be quite interested in staggering a Gorgon and running away with Black Cat here. Otherwise, you imagine she's just going to go down.
Yeah, you can stagger Gorgon and Karnak here.
Yeah, that would also be quite tasty.
Yeah, even if you don't get the elusive, you've got enough if you take a power from Lockjaw.
Okay, so we're going for blood. Just trying to get rid of this boy. That makes some sense. Yeah, you could could also patch up Gorgon here. So we've had a bit of a whiff from old Black Bolt, it looks like. And he's scrolled out, so it doesn't look like he'll want to use the token here. Because why shouldn't humans have better Dark Rain? Why? They should have everything. Okay, we're doing it again. Okay, looking a bit better. That looks like a dead Black Bolt. Wee, see you later, kid. And then I wonder if we get the patch up here. And on whom?
I'd patch up Gorgon, I think.
Yeah, there we go. Someone's getting it. Who is it? Oh no, he's patching up his Black Bolt. Interesting.
I guess Black Bolt's got the extract.
Yeah. It's tough, isn't it? Because there's also the temptation to want to, go to Torbjorn into dazing Black Bolt, so he's got his own Whisper online for round 3. But it looks like this game might go to round 4 now, so maybe that's not the best.
I think it's going to be hard for Torbjorn to come back from this. Yeah, I mean, Bolt's in a position to bodyguard Gorgon.
Yeah, he can't be got really, can he? That's interesting.
I think Beast could move once, throw a Bolt away, and then just get 1 attack into Gorgon.
Oh my days, we're going for a Toad on Cat. I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's possible, but if he doesn't get her... No, he's just rolled well. Oh no, she's taking 1. Yeah, I do like that double stagger play now that you mentioned, if she still gets an activation, because, as you say, Torbjorn's behind the 8 ball a little bit, and further slowing him down is
Yeah.
We're Terrigenesising from somebody from Gorgon. So his Gorgon had 3 power, so he gets to Terrigenesis. What a normal fine card. Yep, that's the end of that.
Yeah, I think maybe the double stagger last activation might have been better. Like Black Bolt wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, that definitely would have been my favourite thing to do at that stage. Because, you've lost an activation now, and Chopin's got 4 left to your 2 now. So.
Yeah, and he does have the option of moving Karnak forward for the double tap with Lockjaw.
Yeah, we might even get a pass now from Liam because he's got no material left. He's got Lockjaw and Karnak left, but they're both quite static models. Aside from Lockjaw being able to teleport them.
Yeah, definitely. Your overlay's got the bug where everyone's got a senator. If they ever had one, they've got one. It's like being Mr. President.
Perfect. Oh yeah, Toad's still got one, even though he's.
Yeah, and so does Cat.
Oh yeah. So whereas there's one there, there's one there. I like this bug because at the end of the game, Lizard ends up with 5 hammers or something. It always looks funny. So someone's going somewhere. Looks like maybe Lockjaw's teleporting some dudes. Whee! Is that Karnak? Yeah, it's got a big head. That's Karnak. And then he's having a walk. We've got ourselves a senator just on the ground. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it on turn 1, but this is why I really like making Lockjaw a present extract handler. Is he's just untouched. It's kicked off immediately, and there's been nobody spare to start touching Lockjaw.
So Lockjaw's just walking somewhere and then probably teleporting somebody. Whee! So Karnak's going to go and fight Gorgon, maybe? Oh no, he's going over here. More central. That's interesting. So he could have got an attack range of Gorgon there, so he's definitely making a move action. I guess there's 2 on the floor here, so we can pick up whichever one doesn't get grabbed.
Yeah, is that one from deployment as well? Yeah, okay, cool.
But it's interesting that if we're doing that, he's not going to be able to secure, so he's going to lose a point that way. Someone's rolling some dice. I imagine this is Karnak.
Yeah, it looks like Black Bolt bodyguarded. We chose not to.
We chose not to. Okay.
Not to pump his dice.
He's just he's taken Gorgon off, so I guess he didn't bodyguard.
Oh, right.
Okay, that's interesting.
The log's got a -1 power, so maybe that was a thing of a power.
Okay.
No, it's Bolt 2 Gorgon. I guess it looks like probably from Lockjaw's activation.
Right.
Lockjaw, Torbjorn's Gorgon is on no power, and yeah, obviously he's without Black Bolt now, so that's the power that you've got is the power that you've got.
Oh wow, that's a thing, isn't it? I never even thought about it.
How disappointing.
Oh, you have to play the game fairly. Outrageous.
This is a cool sentence game. They're always mental, aren't they? Liam clearly took Black Cat for stealing interesting senator stuff and just had to pick up an extract with her.
Yeah.
and didn't get to do anything.
So Black Belt's holding on to his. I guess he rolled skulls, so he's holding on to his human royal family token. He's got stunned and a weakness token now, so he's looking a bit vulnerable to Karnak next turn. So
yeah, he's also going to have problems doing damage to Karnak with artist weakness.
Oh god, yeah. I guess he's got refuge in hand, so he might just get out of there, do something else. Interestingly, Liam isn't passing. He's moving, picking up, and trying to get some damage in. It does leave Chilpin with the run of the board a little bit, but I guess he just wants to see what happens and not lose another activation potentially to a spike.
Yeah, I like this. He's got the he's still yet to pop the toe pinata, so
yeah.
He's got Terrigenesis plus stuff.
Yeah, so any kind of damage on him is good. Unfortunately, Toad has blocked triple crit and blocked everything. But
yeah, good.
It's weird because it feels like Chilburn is going to score a lot of points this round, but he's only still holding 2 senators.
Yeah, he's got Beast to pretty reliably.
Yeah.
Score. So I think he's going to score however many sentences he has plus 3. 3 secures. So he'll get 5 to 3 was him.
Okay, so looks like Gorgon's going to try and just shock Karnak. Stay on that secure. Oh yeah, he's got the wild and a bit of damage as well.
Yeah, he's also set the beam up for
next turn. Yeah.
I mean, Liam's got priority, but he's going to have a lot of decisions to make. And this is one of the ways I think is a nice way to play when you don't have priority, is just create so many problems, or so many difficult decisions for your opponent that Liam's going to have probably a Black Bolt activation to open up with them, maybe, but
yeah, the longer this turn goes on, the more that double stagger play looks like it would have been real good.
Yeah. I mean, it probably wouldn't have changed Gorgon's activation much because he wouldn't have.
Well, he had to move to get to that in range of Karnak, so there would have been 0 damage.
Yeah, but he did spend 3 power on Terrigenesis, and
yeah, that's true.
He might not. Yeah, he could have used someone else potentially for that. Oh, this is.
Hey Connor, how's it going? Yep, already lost one of the Black Bolts. So Beast is having a little attack into.
Yeah, I might have done the. Oh yeah. I was thinking it might be good to do the ping from the secure first, but I think in case he whiffed like he did, that would have left him with no option for the throw. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, because he needed that.
That could have been really scary though if.
Yeah, Liam didn't buff this dice there, so I wondered whether he was hoping he dazed. In fact,
if he dazed, Torbjorn would have scored 6 points with Bolt Secure. Bolt's extract.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that may be too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Chopin's getting 3, 4, 5, and just 2 for Liam. So 10, 6. So 10, 8. Where's Liam getting those points from? What am I missing?
I guess Liam didn't bother with the extra dice last turn because he still had the royal family token.
Ah, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I'd have been scared. I'd have done it.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I mean, it's as we were discussing at the time. It's like Liam having black bolt's great, but Torbjorn having 1 extra model is also looking quite tasty.
Yeah. Liam's still got his 2 points from Terragenesis to claim.
Yes, but currently all of Torbjorn's models are undamaged, so he actually has to work for that still at this stage.
Yeah. Who are Torbjorn's extract holders? It's Toad, Lockjaw. No, Toad and
Beast.
Toad and Beast. Well, Beast is food for Black Bolt here, so.
Yeah, but because he's getting shot.
Yeah.
Oh, Beast is rolling well though. He's having a good defense. This looks like a master punch actually, because Beast is rolling 4 dice. So.
Yep. Is the master punch throw any direct? It's place and then throw, so you can throw him into Karnak.
Yeah. I think it's in a direction anyway. I'm not sure. It is a spicy game. Hello, Isaac. Yeah, it's
I think Master Punch is one of Black Bolt's most underrated things on his card. It's so great.
Oh, it's such a good spender for 3 power as well.
Yeah,
it's bonkers.
Yeah, and he'll always have it because he generates 2 and can take 1 from anyone they like. And people whine about his lack of action compression, but it's a place. You know, it's
just right there.
It's a throw in a place. It's great. It's
So Beast's taking 2 from that.
I think just 1 because of a cover, maybe. Oh no, so yeah, 2. Yeah.
He rerolled into another one, so he got 5. So he's throwing him into Karnak.
Yeah, I like this.
And placing the braced. And then our bolty business is probably going to do an energy slap into Beast.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a...
Powers. Yeah. I mean, Torbjorn here's got to be thinking about re-rolling out of damage to not get Terragenesis, because this is one of the best options.
Yeah,
sure. You want to die here, or take nothing.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's left exactly on 1. Perfect.
Oh, magnificent.
Yeah. Oh, so Liam's not re-rolled, and
Torbjorn's trying to re-roll.
Torbjorn's hoping for the double block here because of Pierce. He needs.
But he hasn't got it. Is he going to rip the Terragenesis card? Bonk, straight there.
Absolutely. It is. Claim your points. Claim your free prize. You're
Roll his dice. Don't roll the 1 in. No, you could roll it anybody. Look at that. You should roll it for 4 every time. So that's going there. He's got some money. What a sensible card.
Yeah. Now I guess he has to decide if he plays Refuge now or not. Karnak's got a pretty good chance of dazing Bolt here if he chooses not to play it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, because he's stunned. I don't know if I want to do that, because if he spends that, he won't wake up on the 6. Currently, he's guaranteed to wake up on 6 if he dazes.
Yeah, that's true.
So Chubban's all out of cards. He spent all 5 of his tactics cards now. So
Perfect.
I don't have to worry about that. And then we just have to see what Liam does with his remaining refuge and brace.
Well, Liam's still going to have priority.
Yeah.
Because of that. Right.
The dog back there scoring 2 victory points a turn. Look at this model. What a good lad.
Yeah, that's the best thing Liam's got going for him right now. I mean, it's tense all over, but that's the... Did Liam do a leadership our last turn?
I didn't see it. He isn't. You are very good with yours. You always put a little token out to show it when you're on a stream game.
You can just check the log, can't you? If
Sure.
If Karnak's randomly gained one.
Looks like Black Cat's got one off of Karnak.
Right. Interesting. I might have done that the other way around because I think that would turn Karnak's Suspender on, which is range 3, which is sort of gets round slippery to some extent. Because he's still holding refuge.
Interesting.
I don't know what that's doing with 6 that she wasn't doing with 5 or 4.
Yeah, she needs 5 is the 6 is double stagger place, but is that necessary? Yeah. I think Moose Seal's probably just the thing you want here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So looks like we're getting a doggo activation. He's throwing a thing, getting a brace. I would think. There we go. Bosh.
Ooh.
Him throwing terrain is actually really good as well for Inhumans because they don't have a lot of that. So he's.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah.
Looks like he's having a little.
The other thing that is great about, I know I'm just banging on about this, but if you manage to get an extra on him and then get back to your D point like Liam has, if there's a size 3 nearby, he's actually quite scary to come and fuck with because if he lives, with his reroll and all the jank that Inhumans have, then he's actually got a reasonable retaliation with that terrain.
With a building. So the dog is biting the shit out of old Karnak here.
Well, he's going to struggle to. Oh no, he has. Oh.
Yeah, he's given her a right old tickle. And he's also pinging him with the secure gutted.
And he's got the bleed on him as well.
That is gross.
Docked, bleeding. Ugh, yuck.
That is rough.
And he's still got an action left as well, so it's sort of. Oh, what a difficult decision. I mean, he's given up.
Well, there's no choices there. It's die in days otherwise, 100% of the time.
But yeah.
Oh, he has dazed. So he's taken the damage and dropped it anyway. That's interesting. Oh, I wonder why he's done that. Because he could have just dropped it anyway and then at least got one attack out and then dazed to the bleed if he really cared.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, he had another attack from... Yeah, I wonder why.
Because he had enough to spend someone there, so he could have just spended and died. Or spended and shook. Yeah.
I mean, he's going to have a great activation next turn with not being shocked and refuge and all of that.
So Cat's going to go over somewhere, do a thing.
wonder if she can reach that with a grappling hook. Do you reckon that's... Let's check that, or is it? Oh, this is surely the stagger onto...
Yeah, staggering Karnak.
Yeah.
Who hasn't activated yet. And if she doesn't get the wild, she can just grappling hook out there. Beach bash bosh, 1 damage. No elusive.
Yeah, I probably want her on a secure. I think she's...
He's getting hammered by this activation pressure though, Liam.
Yeah. Is it 3? It's hard to see from the overlay. Is it 3 senators each now?
It is.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. So he's got... Torbjorn just got the win here now. I think if oh, he's near almost, because he's got...
So yeah, Chopin's only holding 2 senators.
2 senators. I've got you. Does this one on the corrugated iron thing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we can put 2 people on the secure Black Bolt he's on, and
score 5.
Score 5. That's right.
So Gorgon isn't holding 1, but he's not going to get to 1. Beast is down. Karnak can't get to that one.
Liam probably has a play where he can, in Lockjaw's activation, move Cat onto a secure, then move himself, and then refuge Lockjaw onto a secure. So Lockjaw could probably tag any secure on the board and get Cat onto a secure.
Yep.
Provided Black Bolt doesn't get dazed. So that's something. But I think outside of that, we're probably looking at 15, 14 going into the last round is what I would...
That's going to be spicy.
That is going to be spicy, unless... Yeah, I guess he could also use Toad to deny Lockjaw's back point if Toad goes last.
Yeah. So...
And then we look at 14, 13.
Someone's punched someone and done no damage, put weakness token back onto Black Bolt. That's the end of Karnak. I don't think he's even on that secure. So that's interesting. So Bolt's scoring this one.
No, right. That's interesting.
So he could teleport counter, so he's definitely scoring it.
Oh, that's huge. I think if that might make it even at the end of the round. Yeah, he had the weakness. That was what? Is it 2 dice or 3 dice from the...
It should be 3. He was rolling 8 dice into...
8, so 8 into 6. Yeah, if he gets 2 there, that's huge. Yeah, I think that was probably a good play.
So Doggy's going. He's teleporting Cat, I imagine, and then maybe we're getting a refuge. Oh, he's throwing the building. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Brace is gone, so... he's blocking well. That makes sense. It's difficult to get rid of a Karnak with 4 health left, but he's only taking 1 from the building, so that's a shame.
Yeah, that is.
This is interesting, because he's given away a secure here, giving away a victory point at the back, because Toad can just come attack the one where Cat is near. Who is actually holding the sentences? So we've got, on Liam's side, we've got Black Bolt, Lockjaw, and Black Cat. And on Torbjorn's side, we've got Toad and Lockjaw. Oh yeah, I think that looks fine to get back onto that point. Perfect. Okay. I think that's decent to play from Lockjaw there. It's just
Yeah, that was nice.
Unfortunate that can't block 3 on 3. Toad's gonna go. Is he gonna attack or is he gonna?
I think he's gonna hop and then attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets the because they're still playing with the stupid push version of Toad.
Yeah.
Although I would have waited till the last activation to do this.
Because you can just refuge back on.
There's still a window for refuge.
Although Bolt was spent down, so if he blocks everything, then he won't have the power.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Looking to reroll out of the block here to hopefully get 1 power, because the wild has happened. So, but he hasn't, so he's blocked everything. So he's going to get pushed off the point. So Liam's going to score 4, and I don't think there's any way of Torbjorn scoring 6.
Liam's just going to score 3, isn't he? If
He's got the back point with them.
Well, Gorgon is still to go, so he could come and just take that away.
Oh, sure, but that'll cost Torbjorn a point. So it's either 14-13 or 15-14.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so it's still really close.
Yeah. Black Bolt is stunned as well, so he's not going to have Master Punch next turn. He's just stuck with his...
Yikes. Yeah, that stun has been really painful for Liam.
Yeah. And it's going to really limit his refuge plays next turn, because he's going to need to do it first activation. Play refuge to not have Bolt Days and it be denied.
Oh, he's pinging Bolt with the console, which is interesting because it gives him a refuge play, but you may want to save it for next turn now, because he's definitely not losing this turn. I'm not sure about that. I think I would have gone and stood next to the doggy, and then I've got attack options open for next turn, because it's the same either way, isn't it, points-wise?
With Toad?
No, with Gorgon here. He's hiding. He's hiding Gorgon. He could have been in the mix with him.
Yeah.
I guess if you're one model wider, maybe you want to keep your activation safe. But
yeah. I think I'd have liked to rotate Toad up to where Gorgon is, where it's like super safe.
Yeah.
And because he's got the option then to slippery over Bronco's Shat if Carmack comes after him. And then rotate Gorgon.
15-14 couldn't be closer. Liam's got 6 senators somehow, even though he's only got 3, and Torbjorn's got 1, even though he's actually got 2. So we're having all sorts of overlay blocks.
Get the hype music on, Joe. One more alcoholic beverage. Are you with me?
I'm right there. I'm still on my first water, but in spirit, I'm with you. So, important priority activation here. Couldn't be closer, 15-14. If Bolt just clears off a couple of dudes here, then that could be gross. Torbjorn, interesting. In pinging Black Bolt with the console, he's given Black Bolt Master Punch power, so he can immediately Master Punch beast, throw him into Toad, and then maybe hit somebody. But his Karnak's looking pretty sad over there, so he may want to refuge Karnak. It's rough. This stun is killing him. I don't care though, because Black Bolt, what a bad person. Doesn't deserve help.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, I think you'd want to refuge Karnak to get him onto Lockjaw or something. Start threatening some stuff.
Yeah. The problem is Lockjaw's got the money to throw that size 3 van into Karnak if he goes over there. So it's so he's just shooting Toad. Interesting. And he's whiffed it super hard. Oh my days. 0 damage. Master Punch into Toad. Oof, that could be rough. I don't usually get this overlay bug, so it must be something about their game. Or the reload, maybe.
Was that another 0 from Master Punch?
Yes. So that was the first. That was the first attack, but yeah, it was no damage into wee Toad.
You need damage for the throw?
You do, yeah. There's conditional damage. Okay. I think Liam's in a bit of a pickle here. I think he ideally wanted to take out 2 activations there, or at the very least hurt people enough that someone else could take them out. But he might end up doing 0 dazes with Black Bolt here.
Yeah, that'd be a disaster.
And having his Black Bolt live is his only actual advantage at this stage with the numbers.
Yeah. He's lost refuge, hasn't he? Because he opened the spender.
Yep.
And they're done.
Oh, we have GG'd it. Okay. I guess they've just...
Liam's probably a lot more focused on it than we are, but I think if he's...
yeah, I'm not actually sure what the things... Let's pop into the chat and ask them what's going on.
Okay, cool.
It's rough.
Yeah. Hey guys, how's it going?
It happens. Hello, Joe.
Thank you for letting us stream.
Welcome in.
That was a fun game to watch. So you just call it there, Liam. What was the...
Yeah, I needed to do damage. Well, definitely, hopefully more than one, but I needed to use the Master Punch to do damage to Toad and then throw him into Karnak. Hopefully either being lucky to get both of them and then Buildering Beast to finish off this flank. Other than that, yeah, there's just Black Bolt living in the end. Maybe not great from like 2 turns ago when I patched him up, but I felt at that time being healthy was a lot better at this side of the table than being injured.
Yeah, we were discussing at the time. It was like we weren't sure whether it was best for him to die or not at certain points. But then I think the stun has just killed you, hasn't it, more than anything else? Like not being able to get.
Yeah, I think I'm 4 power down of what would like to be from builders, but yeah.
So
good Tetagenesis plays from both, I think, was the...
yeah, what a sensible card. How did you feel, Torbjorn? How did you feel when your Black Bolt died almost immediately? Did you think that was a problem, or were you confident the numbers were going to keep it back to your way?
It was definitely a problem, and I sat here whining about not having my leadership for like 3 turns. But then, it worked out in the end. There were some clutch defensive dice here in the end, right? And Dago doing sneaking in 2 damage into Karnak was a huge thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
'cause I think if he lives, he either tries to get rid of Gorgon or I try and kill Toad.
Yeah.
So,
with the Spectre.
Did you
And
did Karnak die to the console in the end, Liam? Is that what happened, or did you get
Yeah.
a second
Yeah,
attack?
I took the die to the console because Lockjaw had another attack that was just pointless, and then I was bleeding anyway. So I would only get to
Yeah.
do one action, and it would have done nothing. Because I think if he was fine, I think he would have just rather than walking back, he would have just teleported Toad away from me if he wanted to with the power he had
Right.
from doing damage to.
It makes sense. So, yeah, it was an interesting game. Like, it ended in, because the first round was only 3-4, which was quite low scoring, wasn't it, for Senators? So it was quite a wild round one, as Senators always goes. How did you feel about your openings?
Sorry, did you say me that?
Bad.
I
Bad.
thought
I screwed up my Lockjaw placement.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where was he meant to be?
An inch to the left so that he could jump and take up that senator.
Right.
But
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
That Black Cat took up, but I
I was
placed
gonna
him
say
wrong,
more
and
like
I realized
I think it was just mirroring mine, was it, rather than being
Yeah.
more central.
mine was a bit too central.
And then the taco truck
Yeah.
duffed you as well because you couldn't go within one of it to pick up. Was the
Yeah.
other.
I had to stand on top of it, and I couldn't stand on top of it. But yeah.
Cool. Right. Makes sense. Well, thank you again for letting us stream. I will leave you to it.
Yeah.
And enjoy the
Thank
rest of
you
your
so
week.
much.
Cheers. Bye.
Have a great one.
Thanks, man.
Okay. That's going to be it. So thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully see you again next time.